For nearly 2 decades, Monster Hunter has stood as the premier action RPG series for those who crave methodical combat, deep progression, and the satisfaction of conquering colossal beasts. With each new installment, Capcom has refined the formula, iterating upon its foundations while attempting to broaden its appeal. Monster Hunter World brought the franchise into the mainstream, revolutionizing its approach to world design and fluid combat. Now, Monster Hunter Wilds seeks to push the series even further with a seamless open world, enhanced monster behaviors, and deeper environmental interactivity. The result? A game that is at once ambitious and inconsistent, filled with brilliant ideas but weighed down by design choices that may leave longtime fans questioning its direction. Monster Hunter Wilds is an undeniable step forward in many respects, but does it truly evolve the series, or does it smooth out the edges that made it special in the first place? From the onset, Monster Hunter Wilds presents itself as the most ambitious world in the franchise's history. Done are the segmented zones of past games. Now, everything is connected in a seamless, sprawling landscape where ecosystems thrive independently of the player's actions. Weather patterns shift dynamically, altering visibility and monster behavior. Herbivores migrate in real time, and apex predators claim their territories with an alarming sense of realism. This isn't just a hunting ground, it's a living, breathing ecosystem. Yet for all of this ambition, Wild struggles to make this open world feel engaging beyond its aesthetics. Unlike World, which encouraged exploration through hidden routes, environmental storytelling, and meaningful resource gathering, Wilds frequently funnels players towards objectives in ways that feels a bit restrictive. The new secret mount, while convenient and absolutely gorgeous, auto-navigates to quest locations, stripping away much of the series' signature discovery and mastery over environments. This issue is further exacerbated by the lack of central hub. Past games featured lively gathering halls bustling with NPCs and other players, reinforcing the sense of a hunter's community. Wilds replaces this with scattered outposts, forcing frequent fast travel and making progression feel disjointed rather than immersive. While the intent was likely to make the world feel vast and interconnected, it instead results in a fragmented experience that diminishes the social aspect of the game. Additionally, the increased emphasis on story-driven set pieces limits freedom in key moments. Unlike in World, where players could approach objectives from multiple angles, Wild sometimes forces linear progression, particularly in the earlier chapters. Escort missions and auto-walking sequences disrupt the pacing, making it feel less like an open-world adventure and more like a scripted journey with brief moments of player agency. A core appeal of Monster Hunter has always been learning the intricacies of each map, finding the best ambush points, discovering hidden paths, and using the environment to your advantage. In Worlds, biomes felt handcrafted and layered, rewarding players who took the time to master their surroundings. Wilds takes a different approach, offering larger, sprawling maps that aim for realism but often feel less engaging. The secret mount, while introduced as a traversal improvement, contributes to this issue. Unlike Rise's Palamutes, which enhance mobility without automating it, the secret too often dictates the route, turning what should be an immersive journey into a passive experience. Instead of discovering hidden shortcuts or tracking monsters through environmental clues, players are often guided by automated system, reducing the satisfaction of mastering a map. Adding to this, resource gathering has been simplified to the point where it barely feels like part of the gameplay loop anymore. Older titles required players to memorize gathering spots, return under different conditions, and plan hunts around material collection. Now the game marks resource locations for you, removing the need to explore altogether. One of my favorite improvements to the series has been combat. Combat remains the heart of Monster Hunter, and Wilds continues to refine the animation quality, responsiveness, and fluidity that made Worlds such a success. Attacks chain together seamlessly, and the introduction of mid-hunt weapon swapping adds a new level of strategic flexibility. Whether you wield a heavy-hitting greatsword or the rapid-striking dual blades, combat feels visceral and responsive. However, the overall difficulty has taken a hit. Monster aggression feels toned down, with slower attack patterns and fewer punishing follow-ups. The new wound system, which allows frequent staggers and knockdowns, make even high-rank monsters feel trivial. Past Monster Hunter games thrived on the delicate balance between hunter and beast, where overconfidence could spell disaster. Wilds disrupts that balance, making many encounters feel less like desperate battles for survival and more like predictable engagements. Additionally, The skill system and armor customization have been restricted, reducing build variety. World and Iceborne encourage deep character customization, but Wilds introduces stricter gear restrictions, making it harder to craft unique playstyles. This shift feels like a step backwards for those who enjoyed theory crafting and long-term build progression. One of the biggest selling points of Wilds was its promise of enhanced monster AI. Creatures now respond to environmental changes, engage in dynamic territorial disputes, and exhibit more lifelike behaviors. Watching a monster chase down prey or a pack of smaller animals attacking a larger one definitely adds immersion to the world. Unfortunately, the actual monster roster feels a bit underwhelming. Many returning species feel like they've been lifted directly from World with minimal changes. Where World gave us the terrifying Nergigante and Iceborne introduced the ethereal Valkana, Wild's new monsters fail to leave a lasting impression. Even the flagship feels like a retread rather than a bold new design choice. This issue is a bit compounded by the lack of meaningful endgame content. In past titles, tempered monsters, investigations, and layered difficulty hunts kept players engaged. Wilds, by contrast, has very little post-story challenge, leading many to burn out quickly after completing the main hunt cycle. But in my personal opinion, when you consider all these things, all these automations, and all of these simplifications to make the game more accessible to a broader audience, it all makes the endgame feel very, very quick. At times, I can go through about 5 hunts in 30 minutes. Monster Hunter Wilds is a game caught between innovation and hesitation. It introduces an expansive, reactive world, yet struggles to make exploration feel rewarding. Combat is smoother than ever, yet lacks the challenge that once defined the series. Multiplayer is more ambitious, yet frustrating to navigate. And most critically, the endgame is too shallow to sustain long-term investment. For newcomers, Wilds offers a welcoming entry point into the series with a world that feels more alive than ever. For longtime fans, however, it may feel like a step sideways rather than forward. A game that trades tension for accessibility and depth for spectacle. With updates and expansions, Monster Hunter Wilds will grow into something truly great. But as it stands, it's an ambitious, beautiful, yet flawed addition to the Monster Hunter legacy. The hunt is still thrilling, but it's missing the bite that once made it legendary.
heart full of dreams. Capcom, oh Capcom, not as smooth as it seems. Weapons feel great, man, combos divine, but auto walk mounts, that idea ain't fine. Escort missions making me scream. Chasing a limping beast ain't my idea of supreme. Frame rates crashing, textures trashing, secret autopilot, my teeth be gnashing. Optimized poorly, it's got me confused. Still chasing monsters, it's Monster Hunter blues. Yeah, hope for more challenge, miss my Anjanath dread, but now it's all easy, monsters dropping dead. My secrets on rails, can't explore on my own, but hey, at least Capcom finally gave my hunter a tone. Oh, friends trying to join, man, good luck to you. More confusing than Palico stew. Frame gen dependency, a crying shame. Wish it ran better, but I'll still play the game. I'll roast marshmallows over my GPU. Welcome to Monster Hunter Blues Part 2. Oh, but wait, got a 4080 in my rig. Butter smooth hunting, feeling like Big Wick. Then again, consoles looking real sad. Dragon's Dogma taught us nothing that's bad. Sand on my desk, fan blowing heat. Frame drop stutters, can't handle defeat. Still grinding, still smiling, hunting for drip, but paying 10 pounds to change hair. Capcom, that's a rip. Frame rates crashing, textures trashing, yet something about this loop keeps me dashing. It's got issues, but I'm amused. Forever stuck playing these monsters.